So let me just start off by saying thank you for coming out tonight. Huge honor to talk to you. Your name has come up on my Instagram feed every now and then, and I didn't realize you had like almost 5 mil followers on Instagram.
You're late to the party.
Yeah, now I'm here. Okay, so long story short, kind of long story. So my parents are immigrants from the Philippines, and they face a lot of prejudice just from people saying, "Oh, you're immigrants. You guys aren't gonna make it." And all this stuff, like all these stereotypes that we have to believe in these sort of norms. Long story short, my mom's been here for 3 years. She owns 3 businesses, and my 2 older siblings are both in the Air Force, and my sister is a master sergeant. So I was just wondering, what do you have to say for those people?
Yeah. Well, the real reason that nobody ever talks about Asians is because they're actually the most successul people in this country.
I appreciate it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's true, and there's a reason why. So they always try to pit black versus white. So you hear things like, white people are more likely to be accepted for a credit card than a black person, and black people are being turned down more for credit cards. And the reason that they never enter the other fact, which is that Asian Americans are more likely to get a credit card than white Americans, is because it dispels their rumor that it's white versus black, and it actually shows you that we have a meritocracy. The truth about Asians is that they have a better culture, right? They focus on education. I remember, first and foremost, my second boyfriend in life was Filipino, so I'm educated about this matter. But
Proud.
and yeah, he had like a crazy, crazy Filipino moms. She was like hardcore. She didn't mess around. And then I had this girl who I was best friends with named Kathy, and she was Japanese, and her dad was terrified. And Kathy had to go home, and she had to study, and she was expected to get straight A's. And that culture that they have seeded, it's the reason why literally, if you want to talk about discrimination happening in this country, it's Harvard turning down Asians. They're saying there's too many Asians that are doing well in this country, and we don't want you. We need to fill in a couple of blocks here and put black people in your place, even though they're working harder and they deserve to have those spots in the university level. So the truth is that, and it's something we should talk about, there is such a thing as fostering better cultures, right? And that's why I talk about the fact that Black America has fostered a culture that does not focus on education, right? The things that are glorified in Black culture is you want to be like LeBron. Nobody talks about Thomas Sowell. Nobody talks about Condoleezza Rice. In fact, not only do they not talk about them, they call them Uncle Toms and they call them goons. They're rejected. All right, so we have a culture that thinks it's success, and you have a 1 in a billionth chance to become the next LeBron James, but you have a 100% chance of becoming the next doctor if you stay in school, right? So I think Asians are a stunning example of what it means to foster a good culture and to show you that no matter who you are, if you come to this country with good ideas, you're willing to work hard, that you can become successful. God bless you guys. God bless the American dream.
Thank you.
Candace Owens is saying here is absolutely correct. The idea that the left is trying to sell that America is a white supremacist, highly racist country, society, is debunked by the endless examples of other non-white minority groups succeeding and achieving higher than white people do on average, financially, career-wise, in university, etc. If all of America's institutions were racist and built to favor white people, then how then could Asian Americans outperform white people financially and in school and all the ways that they do, factually? They couldn't. Just glaring evidence that America is not this deeply racist country that the left and the woke people on the far left say that it is, and that it is more of a meritocracy. I mean, it's one of the most fair and equal countries in the world, and has been for a very long time. So, but the thing is, that story doesn't get as many votes as saying, this whole country is rigged against you and you need to vote for me because I'll make things better. That's the story they're trying to tell, and a lot of people get swept up in that. Now, the other thing she hits on here is culture and the value of culture and having a positive culture versus a destructive and negative culture. And this is a very real thing. It has nothing to do with race or biological innate things. What it has to do with is choices that people make in communities to value certain things. And we see that the Asian community, the example that she uses here, has a very strong culture of family, education, community values, and etc. All these things that if people in a community value and adhere to, will be successful. It would be hard to not be successful valuing and striving for those things and those goals. Let me know what you thought of what Candace Owens said here. And as always, thank you for watching.